In this quick video, I wanted to give you guys an update on where my Pinterest account is at. So we're at LearnWire reviews right here, and you can see that we are getting now 10,000 monthly views. I do have this kind of running on autopilot. I only have to touch it like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I am going to show you the tools that I'm using and so forth, but you can go back a couple weeks ago. This number right here was 4,000, was like 4,500. So we've doubled that right now. I can also scroll down and you can see just the types of posts that we're creating. Obviously, these ones right over here, they're created with AI, and I've been using like Follower. So that is this software over here. This one right over here, it's still available. All the links will be below if you want to go and check them out. But Follower is really, really great because we can go in and we can log in to Follower. You can see, you can manage your different accounts over here. You can also choose between Claude or ChatGPT. And then basically what I like about Follower is that you're able to go to the posts generation area, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ways that you can create posts. So it's very, very unique. And they create some really good ones because you can choose between AI or stock images. And some of the best results that I'm getting inside of the account, right? So we come over here, you can actually look. So there's those 10,000 impressions. So this number right here, the 10,000, that's the number that you see over here, which is 10,000 views on my profile right here. And you can see the different images. Some of these are just these squares right over here, but I want to show you something. And I'm basically using 3 tools. I'm going to go over these kind of square images that I don't think are that good. You want these longer 9:16 type images right over here, the landscape kind of vertical type images. Those are going to do the best, right? And so when you come over here and you look, some of these will just hit, right? Like this one got 5 views, didn't get any engagement, but then you have one, that one got 1, this one got 7 views. So the ones that are getting more views are going to be more engaging right over here. And then obviously when you see stuff like this, like a pin click, someone clicked on this one because it was interesting to them and so forth. And then you have some over here like that. So I have a combination, and I am using the 3 tools, and I can kind of explain why I'm pretty much gravitating to 2 of the tools right now. But we would go back in here into Follower, and what I like to do is I like to use these different ones. Sometimes if I just need something scheduled, I'll go into AI suggestions, and literally I'll just choose right here. You can choose if you want the creative images, and I don't really like the creative images that they create, but that's going to be kind of using a combination of AI and stock imagery and text to try to put together something that you might build yourself in Canva. But I find that they don't really turn out that great. Stock images, a lot of times with these AI and technology type subjects, there's not really any good images with stock images. And so really I find myself using the AI images. And when we come back over here and look at the account, most of these images you see are like these ones, you can definitely tell they're AI generated. Okay. So we would come over here to Follower. I would make sure to select Pinterest, right? You have all these right over here, but I'm going to select Pinterest. I'm only using these tools for Pinterest because it's related to my website. And that's really where I'm trying to get traffic to my website, right? And when you come over here and you look at the stats, look at these stats over here, guys. So the engagements is up 125%. The outbound clicks are at 24. We're at 84% increase in outbound clicks. This is the money right here. This is the big, big one that you want. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how many impressions or engagements or saves or anything that you're getting. It really doesn't matter. What matters is how many outbound clicks you're getting, because this basically means people are clicking and they're actually leaving Pinterest and going to my website based on Pinterest. So then you have saves, you have total audience has increased 170% and engagement audience right there. So everything is up. Obviously this works, and I'm in a niche. And then right over here, you can see the stats of the different images that are performing the best. I really like the data because it does show that the AI images and the AI type posts right over here that I'm getting from news, I'm going to show you that in Follower in just a minute. Those are the ones that are performing the best, getting the most traffic and so forth. But this just shows because I'm in a very small niche that does not perform well on Pinterest. I would not say that this is a very good niche to pick if you're going to be using Pinterest. Pinterest is all about DIY and, handcrafted stuff. And, it's really good if you're doing, Amazon KDP, or you're selling things on Etsy, or it's more of a creative type place to share things, interior design, all kinds of good stuff like landscaping. All those niches work well with Pinterest, but really this AI, even though I think I'm getting good results, but I think that the results could be way better if I was in a different niche. That's just my opinion. But you just come into follower, you select Pinterest, AI, and then you push generate, and you can select between 1 and 5 posts. One thing about follower, sometimes you'll select the 5 posts and it'll only create 3 or 4. It doesn't always create the amount of posts that you want it to, but I'm gonna go ahead and just select 2 right here, and then it'll go out there and it'll create these posts. And there's all kinds of different ways you can even do from a URL. I find that one doesn't work quite as well either, but I like to go with the news, and I'll show you that function in a minute. We can use a prompt, we can use a chat, and so forth. I'm going to just show you one more, and that's going to be from news as well. Make sure to stick around for the whole video because I'm going to go show you the other tool that I'm using that I actually even like. I do like it more, but I'm experimenting with the amount of results that I'm going to get. Now, this is kind of super funny. It's really trying to get some Christmas stuff out for us. Christmas will be coming up. You might want to get some pins out there so they can actually start getting, because it's kind of known that it can take a few months for pins to actually get traction and really rank and start taking off. And so this could be the time in the next couple months to actually get some seasonal type posts out there as well. But then right over here, so it kind of did this holiday thing. I don't really like that, right? Another thing you can do is go into news, and then you can just, what I'll like to do is come over here and look into Pinterest, and Pinterest will tell you, when we just come back over here to, I like to go over here to the business hub right over here, and it'll tell you these trends right here: YouTube editing, planets, anything with planets in it. So if I could somehow tie planet and AI together, then that could probably get some traction with that. And so that's what I would do. So that's where I would kind of get these trending subjects right over here. And then you would come back into this tool, planets and AI, and then this is what's going on. So then you would just come over here and you would just select one right there. And then maybe you'd come over here and look for something else. The Google ones do well, and just start looking at different ones, maybe like right there. And then you would say generate 3 posts, make sure it's Pinterest, and then you have creative. I'm going to go with AI again, and then I'm going to go ahead, and they do have some other settings right there, but I'm going to say generate 3 posts right there. While it's generating the posts, the other tool that I've been using is called Marky. There'll be a link below. I did reviews on this as well. And the interface and the ease of use, I like Marky better, but the post that it's creating, they haven't integrated AI images into the platform. It's a little different. They do have a way that you can kind of create the posts and use kind of like a Canva type platform, right? So the link will be below to this as well. They're no longer on AppSumo. If they come back to AppSumo, I'll do another video on that. But Marky is something that's really, really easy to use, and I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so we've got our posts right over here, and this is where you can change, where you want. I've just been using like my board right over here, just selecting it. I probably need to change that title to something, but you go and select your boards right over here. Created posts, the carbon footprint of AI. It's going to base it on the news, but it's going to, of course, write its own right over here. And when you post this, if someone clicks on the image, it's going to send them to your website. So these are just some intriguing images that it's creating. There's a variety, and so what I like to do is just go and push save if I like them. A real quick save on these. And this is that manual process that Marky takes care of, and I like the queue system, and I really wish that Follower would work in a queue system for us. But what we have to do is we have to go in here, and I think I have these. I'm just going to go, and we'll just go. So if you're going to schedule these, you have to go schedule later. And then like today is July 10th. So I would select that. And then you would come over here and I would just say, maybe I want to select at 11:51 a.m. I'm going to push save. So that one's going to publish at 11:51. Maybe this one I want to publish right now. So we'll just push publish now right here. So it's going to go publish that right now. And then I'll go and schedule this one for later tonight as well. So maybe we'll do PM. So you have to actually remember the last one that you did. And I usually do it by like every 2 hours. I'll try to get a post in there. So there's going to be a little bit more manualness right here. There's no queue per system per se. You've got to go in there and schedule these, right? And so this one's still publishing right now. And then it'll say that it's published when it's done. So now you can come over here to the calendar and you can actually see that, hey, we've got a couple other posts scheduled today right over here. So I thought that this one was going to be that one. I guess, yeah, that one's going out at PM. So you can really use this and fill this up. Now, these are the ones, I will admit that these seem to be the ones, the structure and the way that I just created these posts right over here to go out, right? these types of AI images, along with the news and so forth, those ones seem to be doing the best on my channel and getting the most traction. And you can see that I'm doing a lot of those posts right there. And those are the ones that I think are getting the most impressions. All right. So that's definitely a great strategy. Link will be below. You can still go pick up Follower. It's a great tool. It's very affordable. But the other one is Marky. Okay, so go and sign up to Marky. You can actually try it out for free. And let me show you how I'm using Marky. The only other one that I wanted to share was Pin Generator. And this one just really creates pretty ugly pins. I haven't figured out a way for it to create good looking pins. I need to mess around with it a little bit more, but it does have if you need to get a lot of pins up quickly, this is another tool worth checking out. They don't have a lifetime deal. Actually, they do have a lifetime deal, where if you pick up the final one, if you pick up the single payment, and if you stack 3 codes, then you basically get lifetime access right here. To be honest with you, I can't remember if I stacked 3 codes or not. I believe that I ended up stacking 3 codes, but we'll go into Marky. And you'll set up your profile, your website, and all that stuff. And then you'll just basically come over here to posts. And then you can see what I love about Marky is just the simplicity of it and how easy it works. We've published 75 posts. We can look at all these ones that were posted, but then you'll see that later on, and this one does memes and does all kinds of stuff, right? So this one is the one I'm really publishing. And I don't know why that published to Facebook. These should not be being published to Facebook. They should be published to Pinterest. So I'm going to have to check that part out. So this one over here published to Pinterest and Facebook. So I think that these last ones we published the wrong way. So I'm going to need to go and fix that. But what you do, and we have scheduled right over here. Yeah. So I have these scheduled. I need to actually change this and update this. And I'm not seeing a way to actually be able to switch those. I don't know why. So and I don't want to be using Facebook right now. So I'm actually going to go and what in the world? I lost my Pinterest connection over here. So I'm going to need to go somehow Pinterest, it got disconnected and then it defaulted to Facebook. So I'm going to go and try to fix that. All right, so we've got that cleared up and fixed. And then you can see right over here, this is the cool part. Now we have publishing schedule Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and 10, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9, and 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day is my queue. I can add more if I want to, varying posting by 5 minutes. So it's going to fluctuate to make it look more natural. And then what you do is I'm going to go in here and fix these now. I should be able to come in here and fix these and just select Pinterest, right? And unselect. So I'm going to go ahead and just go and fix these real quick and I'll be right back. You know what? It's just defaulting to all accounts. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. But you can see all these ones. And how did I get these ones that are now like this right here? These long 9x6 landscape type posts. Well, I'm going to show you how we do that in Marky. So what you would do is you'd go into the generated section over here and you would generate more posts. You just click this button. It's going to use your brand and your website and use AI, put this all together, and then also come up with images and so forth to create the pins for you. Now it is in the works and a request based on, they are very, very responsive. I will say that I get in conversations with them and I did ask them to, hey, I'm running out of good posts that it's just talking about, honest reviews and my brand, LearnWire and so forth. But I want it to create posts based on my blog posts, right? So it's very targeted, specific software review type posts. It is, I don't think it's on the actual roadmap, but I did upvote it and say that, hey, this is something that we need in the future. And so hopefully they will improve that part. But these would come out as a square. And that's when we come through here and you see all these ones that are square right here and they don't look that good, right? But what we would do is we come in here and I just learned this like literally yesterday. We can come in here and actually, it does take just an extra, 5 seconds, but you click this edit button here. And then you click this full screen mode to go and edit this in a Canva-like tool. We can come over here, we can change the images, we can go and do all kinds of things to make better pins while inside the software. Pretty cool way to do this. You can also create them in Canva or Photoshop outside or hire them on Fiverr. And then you can use Marky just as a scheduler. That's a cool thing to do too, but obviously that's going to take some more time. You're probably going to want a team member to do that. But what we can do is we can come in here and just what I've been doing is just quickly been coming over here to size and then look at all these different default sizes, and I just select Pinterest post, and notice what happens. It immediately makes it a Pinterest post. And then what I'll do is I'll move this over. I usually just keep this, but if we wanted to change the image out, we could actually just come over to photos and we could go and select a photo right here and maybe change this out right here. And maybe I would just remove that photo right there and, kind of replace it, right? So you can replace the image. You can also come in here and select all and then maybe move this text up a little bit or drag and drop, make the text bigger and move that over. So you can, edit any part of the image, but notice it already has my brand colors and everything looks pretty good. And so then all you have to do now is you just select this, get out of full screen mode right here. And then right over here, the final thing you do is you save it to drafts, right? So you can actually go and you could post this now, you could schedule it next, or you could schedule it last, right? So scheduling it last would automatically put it, so you could just put it all in your drafts. And I really like the organization up here. You could have your team member go in there to all the drafts that you've created and do more things if you want them to do. But right here, I would just go to schedule last right here, and it's just going to schedule that Pinterest post, right? So then now we can go over to scheduled and look at the scheduled posts and come down here, and we'll see this one right here that we just created, and it's going to post. I don't want it to go to that one. I just want Pinterest. And I'm actually going to go and unlink my Facebook account. I have let them know as well that it would be nice to have a default up here in the business part right here where we can just default that we only want it to post to Pinterest unless we select other accounts, but it actually is going to default to all accounts. And so I'm not using Facebook. So what I would do is just come over here and easily just go to socials. And then I would just basically disconnect Facebook right there. And I'm just using this as a Pinterest tool right now. So you also can control it by library and so forth, but mostly, you can just see the simplicity of this. And these guys are getting over 100,000 visitors per month to their website, right? So they are, from what I'm seeing, a sustained business that's going to be around a long time. They continue to keep updating. And you can see these ones over here, I did not fix these ones because I didn't know about it. But once you can see when I fixed these and started posting the Pinterest style format right here, you can see that they're going to probably perform a lot better because people like these images that are like this. Now, another thing that you could do is I believe you can go and upload a post, and you could go and create, an image. For example, let's just say, for example, I want to go to LearnWire to my website, and let's just say we have Doc Analyzer right over here. And maybe I just want to create a post like this, and maybe do I have an image in here? Let's just create one for pin generator, right? So maybe we would go over here and just select this image right here, capture the image, and you could take that into Canva and create the post, or use Marky as well. Or even better, I've been using this ideogram, and we could come up here and just use something that's worked for us in the past. And I could actually go and just grab Doc Analyzer AI review, right? So just copy that text, and we would go over into here, and I'm just going to go ahead and change the text that we want right here. And I'm going to paste that. And then instead of it being 16 by 9, I'm going to make it a 9 by 6. And I'm going to say generate. And it's going to go out there and generate some cool posts for us. And you can see right here, it's actually creating them right here. This one does pretty well with text on the screen. So you can actually use this. These are some pretty aesthetically appealing images right here, right? Doc Analyzer AI Review, Doc Analyzer AI Review. So let's just say we take this one right over here that did well, and we just go ahead and grab that one, and we're going to download the PNG 100% quality there. Then we can go back into Marky. So you can see that you would probably want to outsource this, but if you have time and you want to do this yourself, you're going to get better posts. And so we could come over here and go to upload posts, and then we could go and just select by clicking in here, going to downloads, go to date created, and grab that image right there and open. So now we have that image in right there. We can actually make a carousel inside of here as well. And then we have caption, right? So what are we going to do with caption? Well, we could go and, create You could use a chat GPT. You could even use a GPT inside a chat GPT that specializes in Pinterest posts. You could create your own. But for this use case, all I'm going to do is just say, I'm going to grab the title here, go back into Marky, and I don't know if that's the title or not, but we'll put a little bit more information here, and we'll just grab this, and we'll come back into Marky, and we'll throw that in. And then that's it, right? And we're going to get plenty of words in there, SEO and so forth. And then we could just save to drafts. So you could actually save this to your drafts, and then you could come over here into the drafts mode. And if you wanted to do anything else, you could actually go in there and do some more editing by clicking the editor button right here as well. But when people click on this, they're going to go back to my website, and then they can go and search for this. I don't know a way inside of Marky or any of these tools to specifically go to the exact URL and to set that. There isn't really a way in here that we can do that. The only tool that does that is Pin Generator. Pin Generator, it literally will take them to the exact post. But really, you just want clicks. You want people going to your website. So then right over here, when I'm done and I want to schedule this, if I hit the schedule button, anything that schedules inside of the drafts mode is just going to automatically schedule to the bottom of your feed. And you can see the image is a little narrower or skinnier than the ones that we're creating inside of Marky, but it's still going to be a great image. It's posting to Pinterest, and we're scheduled all the way out to July 13th, right? And so we could easily, let me show the last demo. If I wanted to just get some stuff out, and this is what's been kind of a lifesaver, right? Is you could literally just push this schedule button and push the schedule button and then push the schedule button, and then it's automatically scheduling these. But since I learned about that new feature of coming in here, pushing the edit button, and then going like this, and then going into size and making it a Pinterest post, and just adjusting this a little bit. That is the way that I'm going to do it now. And then you can see how fast it is that we can just go down and save this. And now we have a Pinterest post within, 10, that only took 10 seconds, but we're going to have a lot better post. So I have 19 posts scheduled. So as you can see, that's why I like Marky. You can use it. You can create custom ones. You can come over here and then upload them. It's going to be a one-off situation. If you want it to be faster, you're going to use their generations right over here. They're continuing to update the tool, but this one in combination with Follower are my go-to tools right now. I'm kind of using both of them in combination. I'm also tracking to see which ones are performing the best. You can see we're not even posting that much. We're only posting 5 times a day. And you can see these are the ones that Pin Generator created, right? And they're pretty ugly. And so that's why I'm not really using those. But to get results like this, I mean, we're doubling our traffic every couple of weeks. We're getting saves. We're getting outbound clicks. This is how it goes. This is just like anything else you're working on online, like a website or something like that. It's going to take months to start getting results. In this case, Pinterest, I think you can get results in weeks like I'm getting. You just need to be consistent, get your post scheduled. And then remember, this is the big number we're after right over here, this outbound clicks right over here. We're at 24 in the last 30 days. Of course, I've seen people getting thousands of outbound clicks. They have way bigger accounts. Maybe I need to experiment with posting more per day and so forth. But since it's a new account, I'm trying to do everything right. I'm trying to massage the account, season it a little bit before I start hammering it with 20 or more pins per day. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I think that this is a pretty big success so far. Those are the tools that I'm using. These are the results that I'm getting. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll keep you guys posted on how Pinterest is going. I think this is a great idea because we're going to be able to diversify our traffic to our websites, and so we don't have to think of this losing all of our traffic overnight every time Google decides to do something funky like they always do. If you were getting thousands, 10, 20, 30,000 visitors from Pinterest per month to your website, you probably wouldn't really care too much about Google. You'll just ride the waves. When you're doing good on an algorithm update, then great, your traffic's gonna double or triple. When they decide to take your site down, then you're gonna be like, okay, well, but I still have Pinterest. I still have other ways to get traffic. And I think that's what a lot of SEO people are doing. They're diversifying their traffic. A lot of SEOs are going to Pinterest and other platforms and YouTube to get all that traffic from other sources and not just relying on Google search. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.